Hello and salutations, my name is John Johnson and welcome to another episode of Majora's Mask. In the last episode, we slowly progressed through the Great Bay Temple, and we're in the home... Really? Jump off of it and land back on. Wonderful. We're in the home stretch now, thank God, so we're almost done. As you can see, the current in this main hub room is actually reversed now, so we can go into two new rooms here, two new entrances, I should say. As you can see, this actually takes us through one of the rooms from before. But we're going the opposite direction, so fun! Yay! Oh, and look out for the mines. Okay, this is my least favorite area in the room in this dungeon. As much as I don't like this dungeon, this is my least favorite because of a few things. I'm going to point them all out to you as we cross them. The first thing is, you're going to have to switch between your ice and fire arrows constantly right here. Because, as you can see, we have these waterfalls right here that are actually powering this water wheel and moving these platforms. So what you have to do is get on this platform, ride it all the way up till you're at the top, and then freeze the waterfall. And what that does, luckily enough, is freeze this propeller so you can jump on it. Now, first off, it doesn't really look like you can stand on this because it's a rounded area, but you can, so hey. It does not. It's much safer than it looks. I will say that, but it doesn't really look like you can stand on it. But anyways, we're gonna climb up this little fan blade here and get yet another stray fairy real quick by getting our hook shot out. Looking over to our right, or not. Hey, that works perfectly. Yeah, I climbed up the wrong fan blade. So let's jump down and grab up on the other side and hopefully not fall. Please don't fall. I don't want to fall. See, run up this fan blade, and there it is. There's treasure chest, and it's gonna have, it's going to have a stray. Thank you. It's going to have a stray fairy in it, which I believe is our 10th. Yep. And there's one other stray fairy in this room, and this is to me, this is the hardest stray fairy in this entire game to get. It took me forever to find it, and when I finally did, I fell to my doom and had to start all over. Damn it. As I was saying, when I finally did find the stray fairy, I was so pissed at the developers, and you'll see why. Now, did I not get the map? That's weird. It's not coming up in the bottom right-hand corner. I did get the map. Huh. Anyways, if you look at the map right here, and we're in this room to the top right on this floor, you can see it blinking. There's a treasure chest here. Now, according to the map, which is, I don't know why it's not coming up in the bottom right-hand corner. That's odd. Did I cut that off somehow? Okay, whatever. But if you can see the map, you can see that the treasure chest is supposed to be right here, right where I'm standing. This is where the map says it shows up. Okay, remember that. Now, what you have to do is come over here, and it always did bother me because there's this platform that moves side by side when the water wheel's going. And I could never figure out why until I finally did figure it out. You come over here, unfreeze this, jump on the platform that's going side to side, and look over here. Look at that crap. What the balls were... What? Oh, this used to irritate me so much. And then you have to make like this weird trick shot with the hook shot, which is probably going to take me a minute too. You can watch the way it fires all sideways and stuff. That's so weird. But you have to make this weird little trick shot with a hook shot now as well. I love the way it fires all like at an angle. It's so messed up. Oh, come on. Let's see if I can do this. There we go. There we go. And it somehow pulls you through the wall. But anyways, this stray fairy took me the longest out of any stray fairy in this entire game to finally figure out. And, you know, this is before internet, or before I had internet. I won't say it's before the internet, period. But it's before I had internet and could look stuff up on the internet on how to do stuff in video games. Which, while I'm talking about that, I'll go ahead and get my old man rant out of the way and say that kids are so spoiled when it comes to video games these days. If you can't figure out something, what did I do that for? And this is the other reason the room annoys me so much, which I think I mentioned before, is that you have to keep switching back between the fire and ice arrows, because if you freeze it, the freaking platform won't work. Yay! But yeah, kids are so spoiled these days when it comes to video games. I mean, I'm sorry, you guys. If you're a younger viewer and you're watching this, just you have no idea how harder video games were back in the day before internet. I mean, the only way you could actually figure something out besides doing it yourself was to get a strategy guide, which nobody ever wanted to get for you. So you had to save up like your 20 bucks or however much it cost to go buy your own strategy guide. And even then, half the time they were so freaking vague and worded weirdly, you couldn't even, your 7-year-old mind couldn't even figure it out. Dang it! Guys, I really, really hate this temple. I really, really, really hate this temple. Okay, moving on. So here we are in a kind of odd room. And again, this is an annoying one because they make you switch back and forth between your fire and ice arrow. There's a freaking little animaniac thing the entire freaking time. Or every freaking time, excuse me. But it has a nice little mechanic here with the seesaws, as I used to call them, and as I still call them, because that's what makes sense. But another nifty little hid strafe area is right down here. Under this, you can't really even tell there's actual space under this, but there is. And strafe area is hidden inside this barrel, which if you can swim into it instead of hitting the wall like a moron. What? You know, every time I'm tired of saying I'm not gonna moan about this dungeon, and then every time I say it, the dungeon gives me another reason to moan about it. It's like it wants me to hate it, which I guess is the purpose at this point, honestly. So we're gonna keep the fire arrows out, and again, if you need magic, there's plenty of magic and arrow choose around for you to magic and arrow choose. Excuse me. Go away. Speaking of, for you to use. If you run out of magic or arrows, we're going to come up here and unfreeze this. Which pushes us up. Come over here, jump. And do the same thing over here with this one. See, like I said, this dungeon has really good mechanics. And I don't know if I feel like it could have been better or what, but the mechanics it has, especially these freaking switches, while aesthetically pleasing, I guess, in a weird way, even though I don't particularly like the aesthetic of this dungeon, they're tedious and they're overused. Okay, I've spent this entire dungeon moaning about it. I've like, seriously, stop it. Alright, we're gonna take this bomb chew out again. I don't know why they keep putting bomb chews in the... Are you stuck down there? What's going on? Really? You're not gonna come up? You're just gonna, like, keep moving on there. Yeah, that's what I thought. This is another strafe area that actually took me a while to figure out as a kid. And again, it involves walking on the pipe. I don't know why it took me forever to realize you could walk on these. But you can, and you can come over here and jump in this little cage. Simple as pie. And hookshot over to the chest. And get, I believe, our 13th strafe area, so we're 2 away from being done. And I believe I know where the last 2 are, and they're close. We're almost done with this dungeon, guys, thank God. So yeah, 13 out of 15, so we're almost there. Alright, just to double check, yeah. So that's all of them in this room, but now there's actually something else we can do. And once again, we have to switch back out to our friggin' ice arrows. Again. Yay. And then we're immediately going to have to switch back to our fire arrows. Why do you people do this? What is wrong? Which I believe we're actually at the end of the dungeon. If I'm not mistaken. Please don't let me be mistaken. I hope I'm not mistaken. Please. Please don't let me be mistaken. I want to be mistaken. We're almost at the end of the dungeon. Excuse me. Yay! Annoying room is annoying and almost over. I would have literally died if I fell right there. Alright, this actually brings us back out of this main hub here. Or this area of room here. But since the characters are first, we can actually take a little shortcut and just go whoopity whoopity whoop. Whoopity, I said whoopity whoopity whoop, dang it. There you go. And fly right on back out here. And again, moving top to bottom, we're going to skip that and just move on down to the last area of the game. I mean dungeon, not game. And miss it completely. Wait, come on. There you go. Good little Zora Link. Alright, so we got the last two stray fairies to get in this room. And we will finally be able to fight the boss and be done with this. Finally. But it's going to take some doing. Because you can see they're kind of dicks and put this stray fairy right here. But instead of swimming through it and having to start all over, we're actually just going to leave it there. And come over here to this pipe. And once we get here, and you probably saw the other stray fairy there, we're going to stand on the pipe. Put stray fairy mask on. Oh, that was weird. I was stuck there for a second. It wouldn't move. And while the other stray fairy is trying to find us, we're going to shoot this bubble, or this one in the bubble, and get it to come over to us. So now we play the waiting game. Alright, we're dealing. There it is. It's coming. We had a long journey. Is it seriously stuck behind the pipe? Dude. Seriously? You're a stray fairy. Stop being stupid. Thank you. Mushed up face looking thing. Okay, so we got all the stray fairies and we're at the boss door, so that means we 100%ed everything in this dungeon. Thank God. And we can finally do the last switch, fight the boss, and get out of here. Gah! Alright. I'm so ready to be done with this dungeon. The next area in the game is probably my favorite area in the game. So I'm pretty excited to start it soon. Get out of this place. Alright, we're going to take that off and go ahead and get ready. See. Now, this boss is something special. When I was a kid, this boss is the reason I didn't beat this game until like my third playthrough of it. I don't know why I thought it was so hard when I was a kid. Because this boss is the easiest boss I've ever fought in any Zelda game. Easier than Goma in Ocarina of Time. It's so much easier than anything. And it's just tedious is all it is. And you'll see what I mean. But it's just so easy. And when I was a kid, it was like the hardest thing in the world. And I have no idea why. I don't know. But anyways, let me introduce you to Gyorg, gargantuan masked fish. Who's up for some sushi? Yeah. So, pretty simple. I didn't mean to do that. Pretty simple little boss fight. All you do is look for the bubbles, which you can see right there. Shows you where Gyorg is. And you shoot him with an arrow. Put on your Zora mask. And dive. Try and be a little more active about it, like that. And electro shield, and that's it. Now, I will say that you have to be quick and good at lake to air jumping like that in order to get to do this smoothly. But if you can do that, then you're good to go. And we're waiting now for he's going to swim up and hit this pillar we're standing on and try and knock us off. Just stand in the middle and you won't fall off, no problem. And again, you kind of lose sight of him, but all you do is look for these bubbles here. And as he's in the corner there, shoot him with an arrow, switch out to the Zora mask, jump in, and electro shield his butt. And again, just try and get out of the way of him. Whew, I didn't make that. Climbing up this thing is not advised because he'll do that. Gyorg, while I will say he's easy, he does do a lot of damage. As you can see, 2 hearts, which is a lot of damage to us at this point in the game. So, dang it! Why do I suck at that all of a sudden? So be good at dolphin jumping up out of this water. It makes this boss so much easier if you can do that. But usually I'm a lot better at it than I am right now for some reason. Again, stay in the middle and he'll knock you around some, but he doesn't actually hurt you any. Come up here, shoot him. And even if it does make that clang noise like it didn't do anything, it'll stun him there, and then you can just hit him with your shield like blah blah. And then he barfs up baby fish that has a creepy clown laugh for some reason. I never quite got that. Those fishes are just like piranhas or the butterflies or anything like that. They'll hurt you and all that. Dang it, he ate me again. Oh well. This is probably the most health I've lost in this boss since I was a kid. 4 hearts. Usually I can beat it. Man, I'm sucked. What? He just like passed through the pillar. That's wonderful. Wonderful. Like anything else could make me love this dungeon anymore. Ugh. Come on. Come on. It's so dull. It's just so dull waiting for him to sit there and hit you like that. And I'm sure there's more interesting ways to fight this boss. But, I mean, why would you? It's an easy way. It doesn't take any brain power to figure out, hardly. Just a rinse and repeat pattern. So easy. The only problem you ever really have is losing sight of them, but if you can see those bubbles, then you're good to go. Or the fins when they come up. It's just, I don't know. Again, I feel like this boss had a lot more potential than it actually came out with. I mean, he's already dead. Look at that. Look at that. That was what, 3 minutes? And most of it is sitting there waiting for him to hit the pillar? Bah. And he flops up on land like nothing. Blip, 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 and shrinks into non-existence, as all bosses do eventually. We get a triumphant music and a heart container. And all the little fishes actually turn into hearts over there, which I thought is a nice little touch. Not that you really need them, because as soon as you get the heart container, it fills up all your hearts, but whatever. Why not? You got a heart container! Your maximum life energy is increased by 1 heart. You also get a full refill of life energy. Woot! We gotta start getting some more heart pieces. You've seized Gyorg's remains. I have a fish head. I told you, Sushi. You have just freed the innocent spirit that this dark mask had kept imprisoned within the body of evil Gyorg. Gyorg! Gyorg, 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 Gyorg. Such a weird name. Now for some beautiful music as our reward for fighting our way through this horrible, horrible dungeon. Excuse me while I just enjoy this. Hey, listen! Stop being Navi! I was enjoying this, dang it! If you just leave things as they are, something terrible will happen to this world. Surely you're the only ones who can stop it. That's what Tail was trying to tell us. He helped our friend. I got a little bit ahead of the text there. Sorry. I get it. We have to help the last one. Makes sense. Then promise us this. You'll cooperate with us. I really do love those scenes. Down. Da 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 da. And the screen is actually shrunk because it's the beginning of the 3rd day almost. Wow. That's perfect timing. I think the gods can permit that. Yeah. Alright, so we're going to head inside and get rid of this freaking shrunk-ass screen. And now that we finished the dungeon, Lulu has her voice back. Woot! Which means we can come over here. Jump. Ow. And fail completely. Talk to Lulu and see what she has to say. Talk to her. There you go. What have you been doing? No, I didn't want to talk to the drummer. Who cares about the drummer? Nobody cares about the drummer. Musician humor. Cow, you came back safely. That's good. I was surprised when my voice turned that lonely island into a turtle. Yeah, that's pretty surprising, honestly. That's the least thing you could possibly expect out of singing, is that you turn islands into turtles. Whatever. That song was from when I was a very young child, so I had forgotten it. I've put you through some horrible experiences, Mikau, but I'm all better now. Well, the town's concert. Let's start a rehearsal. And it'll play you a nice little song here. 1, 2, 3. Enjoy the music. Yeah, I'm digging that sweet MIDI beat. Cool. That's just a nice little treat they give you. Alright, so there's one more thing we're going to do in this episode, because we're It's not too long of an episode. I think splitting that dungeon in 3 episodes really did well. Because I think they're all going to be at or under 20 minutes. Which I think is a decent time length. So that's good. I think I made the right decision there. If you disagree, feel free to tell me. Yes, Dawn, the final day. Wonderful. But personally, I thought it was the right decision. So let's go. Like. Get out of the way. Nobody likes you. Somebody else did that joke. I shouldn't do that. I'm sorry. Alright. So we're going to come over here to this area. Way over here. Dolphin! Out of the way, bonefishes. I couldn't count on anything. Get out of the way, Bone. I don't like you. Nobody likes you. Nobody loves you. Alright. Hopscotch our way over these stones right here. We're going to need to get the hookshot out for this. You probably already guessed what we're doing. We're going to go see the Great Fairy of this area and turn in our Stray Fairies so that we never have to think about this dungeon or the Stray Fairies in it ever again. Which I'll be happy to do. I know that annoying bird's coming around here. Boop! Nope. Pre-hit the strike, mofo. Alright. Slowly but surely hookshot our way over here. Come on. Wait for it. I'm just barely moving the stick. Wait. There you go. That took a lot more effort than it should have. Alright. And finally, we made it over here. We can get our bombs out, which we have plenty of, thank God. I would have been mad if I made it all the way up here and didn't have bombs. And boom! Fairy fountain. Alright, get these mofos out of my skirt and out of my life. God. I will say this is probably one of the more useful rewards, if not the most useful reward, for getting the Stray Fairies in the game. Man, you're still pointy and ugly and freaky. I'm sorry. I really am. I'm sorry you have to look like that. You look better in the 3DS remake of Ocarina of Time. I am the Great Fairy of Courage. Wonderful. Thank you for returning my broken and shattered body. I think that shall lend you my thirst. Stop laughing at me. Ugh. And if you've, you may recognize what that does. That actually doubles our defense. So now all enemies do half damage, basically. So that's awesome. We have a super strong sword. We have basically double hearts. You know, we're doing pretty good. Your defense has been strengthened. Enemies now do half as much damage as before. Haha. Come see me whenever you are overcome by weariness. I surely will not. Because again, you're way out of the way. Just like every other straight fairy. What the hell is a straight fairy? Just like every other great fairy in this game. So anyways. We are finally done with that. Thank goodness. And you can see the turtle in the background there. Lovely. And that bird came back to life. I hate you, bird. I'm full of hate. And I don't know why. As always, leave a like if you like, don't if you don't. Leave a comment, tell me what I did right, what I did wrong. Subscribe if you want to see more. And have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time.